Good afternoon. I am Gregorio Esotali Jr., a geologist from the Philippines, and I want to show you my study about the Philippine earthquakes, volcanism, and some typhoons. So here is my map that I prepared. These are the trenches. The Cotabato Trench, and then the Sulu Trench, the Negros Trench, and the Manila Trench. We have this Philippine Trench, and this extension, is extension of the trench. The Philippines are the blue outlines. Aside from the trenches moving, we also have a pressure coming from the south that follows the Philippine Fault. This is the Philippine Fault line up to the north, and this trajectory follows that direction, and it goes inward to the Visayas, from the Mindanao to Visayan region to the Luzon and to the northern Luzon. So this arrow represents the movement on the land. We have here two arrows, which represents one moving to the northeast and one moving to the southwest. It seems that this area is experiencing a movement, lateral movement, to the west, to the east, and to the west. We have this black line, which now some areas are being thrown down and uplifted. These red lines represents the crosscut faults, which almost connects the trenches, cutting through the mainland. The number one is cutting through the mainland of the Mindanao. It emanates from the Sultan Kudarat area and going to the Davao Oriental. And we have many crosscut faults there going towards the Agusan area and going to the Butuan area. Here, the number 2 crosscut fault, the Philippines have experienced earthquake, devastating earthquake in Bohol. And the southern part have somewhat thrown down, and the upper part, or the northern part, is being uplifted. The same is true with the earthquake on the Bogo, the Cebu province. And we have this crosscut, number 3, which has moved already, similar to number 2 and number 1. Now, this number 4, I put it on the Masbate area, and I am expecting a earthquake magnitude 6 or greater on the area of the Masbate. The Philippine Fault crosses longitudinally along the near the coast of Masbate. We have here the number 5, and it traverses the Panay region and then south of Marinduque, and crosses parts of the Mindoro. We have the number 6, which crosses centrally on the Taal area, Batangas, and the northern Mindoro area. And we are expecting more earthquakes on the Mindoro, Batangas region, and that will culminate in the eruption of the Taal, and the earthquake will continue to the Marikina Fault. The number 7 Crosscut Fault is will traverse the Luzon, and it will activate the Mount Pinatubo, and the volcanism will start when this area are already active. The number 8 on the northernmost part of the Philippines is will occur in Abra, and we have many earthquakes already here in Bugos, and those shoreline on the northeast and on the west of the northwest of the Luzon, northern Luzon, are affected now by the earthquakes. As you can see, this orange number 7. And this movement is going from the eastern towards western. And it is accompanied by the force coming from the South Luzon going to the north. And these two will create the earthquakes on the Crosscut Fault number 8. The active volcanoes are lined from Mount Apo towards the north of the Dipolog area, Cagayan, passing through the Mount Talinis of the Negros and going to the active Mount Canlaon. All of these active volcanoes are lined on this western side. On the eastern side, we have this Mount Mayon volcano and the Bulusan volcano. All of these volcanoes are now active. The Canlaon, the Mount Mayon, and the Taal volcano. If you see this Taal, Mayon, and Mount Canlaon, this forms a triangle, and the angular bisectrix of that triangle is almost parallel to the Crosscut Fault I have written on my map. This Crosscut Fault of number 5, it continues to the Palawan area, and I believe it will be also affected, as it has a Palawan trough on the northeast area. This Mindoro area is pushing towards the west, and probably the earthquakes, it will affect the earthquakes between the 5 and the 6. These black symbols are the birds occurrences which found here in the southern Luzon, almost almost near Manila, that is Laguna and Batangas. We also have the birds here on the Leyte and Dinagat area. We have this arrow, black arrow. This represents the movement of the fishes. So there is something, the fish from Palawan goes the similar direction with the fishes on the south of Mindoro, and also on this area of Romblon, and this area of Panay. So all of these species are moving from the southwest and going to the northwest on this part of the Philippines. I have also found out that while this area is being heated up, as we know, the Bulusan is been active for a while, so this area is very hot underneath. So probably that could be the cause of one big or devastating typhoon, which we call Tiro, which passed through this eastern area and hit the Cebu city. And also there is another one which just come around, what we call this Typhoon 1. The Typhoon 1 has been directed towards this Catanduanes area and this Camarines Norte, and I believe it is going to this area which is being heated up, this Taal volcano, and probably something like this heating up also the Mount Pinatubo, which could be possible to be active later on. So this is the study I have made starting from the earthquake on this south, this Mindanao, and still we have earthquakes coming from this cross cult. I have numbered 0 as an starter or initial area which having earthquake occurrences from these Sarangani Islands and also east of Tarragona, which is just below the Manay area. And these Philippine trends, of course, continues down to that region, which is now being very active. So I can say already that this crosscut faults which I have made, we have to consider this as a part of the preparation of the Philippines for the big ones earthquakes with magnitude of 6 or greater. And please prepare for this. I have this number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. These are devastating earthquakes to happen. It could be not in this year, and probably it could still reach year 2031. I am expecting the big one on the Marikina Fault area to happen in 2031. If you have some questions regarding this study, you can contact me, and I can show you how I made this map. I have inputted into my computer to create this map almost daily after the earthquake of Bogo City. I recognize that as a scientist, as a geologist, I have to do this map, and I have to show to the Philippines, prepare for this earthquake magnitude 6 plus. which the PBOX is saying big one. Now, PBOX has recognized that there are many big ones that will occur, and they released one big one occurring on the Negros area, which probably could reach a magnitude of 8. So, if we will review the position of the Negros area, so it is located here. So this is the Mount Canlaon, and this is the Mount Talines, and they're expecting something moving on this Negros Trench. So we still have one volcano on the northernmost part of this Panay area, and I believe this movement going to the southwest is really happening, and this movement will create the earthquake at number 4, or maybe something that is on the crosscut number 3 occurring on the Negros area. So there are lots of things to consider, and I believe many scientists, many geologists in the Philippines are also creating their own review. This study I've made, I will make this public, and this could be something that can be used by the local government units and the national government agencies that handle the preparation for all calamities, including this volcanic eruption, earthquakes, and typhoons. Marami pong salamat sa inyong pakikinig, at sana ako po ay makakatulong sa mga tao, lalo-lalo na mga nakatira dito sa Pilipinas. Katatapos lang po ng bagyong Juan, at meron pong mga karanasan ng mga tao na napakahirap na dinaanan, lalong-lalo na ang Typhoon Tino. Hindi pa po nakakabangon ang ating mga tao, subalit kailangan ko pong ilabas na itong tinatawag kong crosscut faults, the focus of the big ones earthquakes in the Philippines. Bye-bye po.